Hello everybody, Tracy Hackler coming to you with a special edition of Panini Unwrapped. I'm joined by a gentleman who needs no introduction, the great, the legendary Ricky Williams. Ricky, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming up. You just flew in from Austin?
Short flight.
Short flight from Austin, and you spent a little bit of your time here signing some autographs for a lot of our college products that are coming out.
Yep.
Obviously, we're no stranger to you. You're no stranger to us. And what's it like being back with the Panini team?
It's awesome. It's been a long time. I came up early in my career. We did a Snoop Dogg football game together in San Diego, so it's nice to be back. You know, once you retire, you kind of get away from it all, and every chance I get to come back, I love it.
Your college and NFL career, one of the most talked about, scrutinized journeys that many players have ever had, but absolutely remarkable. When you think about that journey, what comes to your mind? Like what are the highlights for you?
Well, I think the highlight was definitely my rookie year was a roller coaster. The Saints, Mike Ditka trading 8 picks. That was a crazy year, and then being traded to Miami for another two first-round draft picks. And that first year, Miami leading the NFL in rushing was awesome. And then I'd say 2009 rushing for 1,000 yards. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And then finishing my career in Baltimore, just being around guys like Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and an organization like Baltimore was a great way to end my career.
Now, when Mike Ditka traded essentially his whole draft to get you, did that add pressure to you, or what was going through your mind when that happened?
You know, for me, if you're an excellent athlete or excellent in anything you do, I don't think you really perceive pressure, and if you do, something you feed off of. It was an amazing move. I felt proud because there probably never will be a deal like that again. Didn't predict I would be injured as much as I did, but I love New Orleans, and a great place to play football, wonderful fans, and Mike Ditka's the best coach in the world.
Yeah, you like playing for him?
He was a player's coach. You know, I think he gets a reputation of being a hard-nosed guy, and he is, but he's a player's coach.
Yeah.
We had a good time. I remember one night, and after our first preseason game, we flew back to La Crosse, Wisconsin, and we were out, and we had like a 1 o'clock curfew, and he was out with us, and about 12:45 he's like, curfew's 3 o'clock. So he was a lot of fun to play for.
Now, you mentioned the injuries, but you still managed to rush for more than 10,000 yards in the NFL, 70 some odd total touchdowns. I mean, when you think back on your career, did you exceed expectations? Was it what you thought it was going to be?
It definitely wasn't what I thought it was going to be. When I was growing up as a kid, I never imagined myself playing in the NFL. I got to college and just kind of tore it up, and then I got to the NFL. So I didn't have many expectations going in, but I had a great experience. Met some really amazing people. I think on the field, I think my legacy was I was consistent, and I delivered from the time I was 22 until the time I was 34. And I ran hard that whole time, and I think I earned the respect of my teammates and my opponents. No question.
And you also earned undying devotion from a lot of hardcore UT fans. I mean, your college career, arguably the greatest college football player of all time with what you did at UT. The burnt orange pride is strong. You're back there now, right?
I'm back in school getting my degree. And, you know, I think that's what's going to be interesting about my story, because the way I look at it is just beginning. And I know that in my life I'm going to do some wonderful things, and I think people will be able to look back at my cards and they're like, wow, this guy's over here. I didn't know he played football. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Is for me, football was great first chapter of my life, and it really, you know, it's given me an amazing platform to do all the things that I'd like to do. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Are you able to walk around campus without being pointed and, hey, there's Ricky?
You know, that's what's interesting about fame. It only lasts a generation. And so most of the kids that are in school now, they were 2 years old when I was playing football at Texas. So occasionally I'll get someone come up to me and say, my dad My dad said you were a great football player. We signed this for him.
Well, we can't wait to get you. There's a burnt orange, a great, just kind of embodies what you're all about. And it's certainly in college, just powerful. We're going to have that in a lot of our CLC products coming out, and we are thrilled. While we have you, we'd be remiss. National treasure. We thought we would have you help us go through one box of this stuff.
Yeah.
Just came out, one of our highest end, most sought after products of the year. Elaborate packaging, and
This is exciting.
this is like $500.
Back in the day, this was my favorite part about coming here was that I left with cards.
Well, you will do that again.
Yes.
No question about it. I brought the knife. I don't want you to hold the knife though, because if you get hurt, I'll never. So there's a presentation. You gotta,
Wow.
you gotta
It's
smell it.
like a cigar box. Huh?
Exactly. You can use that to store cards in, but there's obviously a lot of autograph memorabilia cards in here, and we'll just. I don't know if we're going to pull people that you had a chance. So there's Aaron Rodgers, just a regular base card.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
I played against Aaron Rodgers, great quarterback. I think what people don't realize about him is how good of a runner he is with the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, we played him. We had to chase him around the field and keep the play alive, and he's got an amazing arm. He sings that ball in there. We beat him the year they won the Super Bowl, which was awesome.
Here's a guy that you no doubt watched a lot, Jerome the Bus Bettis.
Yeah, so he was one of inspirations for me to play college football.
Really?
You know, when NBC started covering Notre Dame, I remember being in junior high watching him run up and down the field, and then what he did when he got to the Rams in the NFL was just amazing. He was really, to me, like that first big back.
Yeah.
And kind of paved the road for backs like myself.
Have you've had a chance to meet him and talk to him?
Yeah.
What was that like?
He's a great guy. You know, it was funny when we played him one year, and I got a chance to talk to him after the game, and just so much personality, and very encouraging. Very encouraging.
That's cool. There's a Torrey Smith game worn jersey card.
Yeah, I played with Torrey his rookie season. And he really exemplifies what I loved about playing in the NFL, which you watch young players develop and gain confidence and really do amazing things. And I remember that year we went to Pittsburgh and we played them on Monday night, and it was a back and forth game. Torrey had a big catch in the fourth quarter to put us up for good. Good player, fast.
Yeah, he is quick, right? Yeah. Who is this? This is Jeremy Hill, rookie running back out of LSU. I don't know if you know much about him, but Mike Evans, a guy who played at what used to be one of your fiercest rivals, Texas A&M, a big-time receiver this year.
Impressive, yeah. He's an Aggie.
Yeah,
so,
you can't say too many nice things about him.
But he was fun to watch. Especially at A&M, him and Johnny running up and down the field was fun to watch.
Now, Joe Namath, speaking of Johnny, we just pulled one, but Broadway Joe, you ever have any interaction with Broadway Joe?
I have. I met him at an autograph show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's fun to talk to. I mean, especially when he starts telling stories.
Yeah.
To me, I was a little bit after his time when I was a kid, but to me, like, watch the old NFL films, highlights, and to me, like, that was what I envisioned the NFL to be like.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. We had him as a special guest at one of our VIP parties recently. Just like you said, very charismatic. Loves talking about football, college football. Now here's a jumbo rookie, Johnny Manziel. Just open that up. I just want you to open it and.
Oh, it's signed.
Yeah, so it's signed by Johnny on the left, and then that's a piece of the jersey he wore at the NFL PA Rookie Premiere last May.
It's a cool card.
Yeah, we're looking forward to doing your cards like that too.
Yeah. I did the Heisman House commercials this past year. I got a chance to meet Johnny. We had a good time.
What was it like? What y'all talk about?
Talked about Texas, of course. Talked about the Aggies. He's just an interesting guy. He was, I think he was going to Justin Bieber's birthday party or something. I'm just envious. He's got the good life.
I don't know. I think you've got it pretty good too. Yeah. So a few more. There's a Terrence Mitchell and a Patrick Peterson. Trey Mason, another running back.
Patrick Peterson.
What do you think about that guy?
I mean, he's a stud, especially the way. When I was in Baltimore, we played him, and we were afraid to punt him the ball because he's so dangerous.
He's electric.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, good cornerback too.
So that's the football cards. Obviously, we're thrilled to be able to get you in our collegiate and University of Texas products as well. Those will be coming up. You signed a lot of autographs for that today. But you were a big man on campus back in the day, and you're still a big man on campus now. What are you studying at UT right now?
Studying psychology.
Okay.
Studying the psychology of achievement. You know, for me growing up, I was usually kind of above average athletic ability, but for some reason I achieved better than kids that were, you know, much better athletes than I was. So I always wondered, like, what makes me so different?
Yeah.
And you know, the cliche, you know, the game's 90% mental. And so really looking at and studying the psychology of what makes high achievers, what makes great athletes great, what makes great businessmen great. And I think if you can start to figure those things out, you can start to teach kids at a young age and produce some really amazing athletes and contributors to society.
That's awesome, man. Well, I can tell you the psychology of collectors out there who want to collect your collegiate and UT products.
Well, they're brilliant.
They're brilliant.
Yes, they are.
And not unlike yourself. Ricky Williams, can't thank you enough for coming by. We're happy to have you back in the Panini fold, and I look forward to a lot more productive success in the future.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you, man. Ricky Williams, later.